You ever wonder how much money top freight brokers make? Well, listen, I'm about to share with you not only the gross revenue, but also the actual gross profit that these companies are making, all right? Not only that, I'm gonna share where they're located, city and state. Plus, I think you might be shocked because many of the companies on this list you've probably never heard of before, all right? Lean in, I'm gonna share with you the top 10 freight brokers in North America based on 2025 rankings. Here we go. Number 10 on the list is one you may or may not have heard of. It made a big splash as a digital freight broker. They've made the top 10 list. It's called Uber Freight, based out of Chicago, Illinois. Gross revenues, $2.06 billion. Net revenues, $220 million. And I'm going to explain to you the difference. Gross revenue is gross sales. That's everything they invoice their customers for. Net revenue is the gross revenue minus the cost of transportation. So what they had to pay the truck. Remember, all the revenue that I'm going to share with you, all the companies I'm going to share with you is based upon freight brokerage revenue only. So number 10 coming in is Uber Freight. Number 9, Schneider, well-known brand throughout the trucking and logistics industry, based out of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Gross revenue, $2.248 billion. Again, that's gross sales. Net revenue, which is minus the cost of transportation, what they paid the truck, is $279 million. And that's number 9, Schneider. Number 8, out of Dallas, Texas, is Mode Transportation. Gross revenue, $2.32 billion. Net revenue was not available at the time of publishing, but again, Mode Transportation out of Dallas coming in at number 8. All right, now Landstar Systems. We all know that Landstar has trucks. We also know they have owner-operators. We know they do other things, but for their brokerage revenue only, Landstar Systems out of Jacksonville, Florida, is showing gross revenue of $2.61 billion and net revenue, again, of $310 million, coming in at number 7. All right, number 6 is a name you may not have heard of. It's called RXO. RXO is a spinoff from XPO Logistics. RXO is a spinoff of XPO as a part of an acquisition that they acquired Coyote Logistics a while back. And so the gross revenue for RXO, which is just their brokerage division, is $3.029 billion with net revenue of $419 million. For RXO coming in as number 6. Number 5, Echo Global Logistics. You probably know this name, based out of Chicago, Illinois, a technology advanced and more of a digital freight brokerage early on. Gross revenue, $3.7 billion. Net revenue, $586 million. Again, it's Echo Global Logistics coming in at number 5. Number 4, again, a group you may not have heard of, WWE Group out of Dallas, Texas. They are a group that's comprised of Worldwide Express, Unishippers, and Global Trans. So there's a multitude of companies that are all under this umbrella. Again, WWE Group coming in at number 4 out of Dallas, Texas, with $4.38 billion in gross revenue and net revenue $867 million. All right, and number 3, a name that we all know and love, maybe not, Total Quality Logistics, Cincinnati, Ohio. Gross revenue $6.819 billion, net revenue of $1.373 billion. I remember when these guys first started. They started not long before I had launched my logistics company back in 2003. They've done an amazing job. Again, $6.8 billion in revenue, coming in as number 3 in top 10 freight brokers in North America. And number 2, a well-known name in the trucking and logistics industry, J.B. Hunt Transport Services out of Lowell, Arkansas, $7.097 billion. Net revenue was not available at the time of publishing. But again, most brokers, just so you guys understand, on an average perspective, brokers are typically making between 10 and 20% margins. I did a study recently where it showed that the top 100 came in at or about 15% on average. So that would be maybe a good estimate if you really wanted to try to figure out the net revenue on a company like J.B. Hunt Transport. And number 1, drum roll, of course, number 1, C.H. Robinson. I believe C.H. Robinson was established back in like 1905. So they've been around for over 100 years. They're out of Eden Prairie, Minnesota. $11.728 billion in just brokerage revenue. And then their net revenue was $1.64 billion. So those are your top 10. Again, that's to give you a picture as to how much freight brokers can make. Now, that's not what every freight broker is going to make. That's not what I made. Again, I did over $200 million as a freight broker, but there are a lot of companies out there, particularly the top 10, that are doing billions of dollars in revenue, as I just shared with you. So if you're curious about becoming a freight broker or a freight agent, you're looking for some sort of a system, you're looking for online training, you're looking for some help, check out freightbrokerbootcamp.com. Again, I've done over $200 million as a freight broker, trained over 10,000 students worldwide, and we're well known to be the most cost-effective and comprehensive online online freight broker and freight agent training program. If you want to get enrolled, you can check it out at freightbrokerbootcamp.com. And again, we offer a 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee, so you have zero risk. You can kick the tires for 60 days, and if you're not happy, just let us know and we'll refund your money. Now, if you're already a freight broker or a freight agent, maybe you're in startup mode, or maybe you're just kind of slowly plodding along and you need help getting shippers. A few years ago, I launched a program called my Freight Broker Sales Accelerator. Now, that is a freight broker sales coaching and mentoring program designed specifically for freight brokerage. I've had over 1,000 students and clients go through that program, and I've taught them my freight broker sales system. This is the same system that I use to generate over $200 million of freight broker. Now, spots are not available right now, but you need to get on the wait list if you're curious and if you're serious about growing your sales. You can get on the wait list at freightbrokerbootcamp.com/waitlist. So thank you so much for being here. Listen, make sure you hit the like button. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comment. Hit the subscribe button with the notification bell, and I'll see you next week on the next video.